Good morning, Wizarding Wands and Mickey Ears friends. We made it in late last night. Our flight was delayed by several hours, but we are here. I came from a very frigid Minnesota, where I think we're going to have highs in the negatives this week, and it's somewhere around 70 degrees and absolutely stunning this morning. We are staying at Disney Saratoga Springs Resort, and so I thought that a great way to start the day would be to take a walk around the resort and take you with me. And so, so I'm just going to walk around the resort a little bit, show you what I see, and we'll go from there. But we booked a preferred studio. And so the preferred studios are in the Congress Park and the Springs section, and I requested to be in Congress Park, and here we are. Congress Park is a section of the Saratoga Springs Resort that is right across the way from Disney Springs. And so we are right here. Actually, I started the video walking right out from our patio. We are on the ground floor. I like ground floor rooms. But we walked right out from the patio and then came around the corner, and here we are. It's just a beautiful view and a great place to walk. And then here is one of the buildings. There are lots of runners out this morning. Just a perfect path for a run. Tell you what, coming from a cold climate, it is really nice to be someplace where the air doesn't hurt your face when you walk out the door in the morning. We are here for the next several days, and we'll be live streaming some from the parks. It looks like the weather is supposed to be hit or miss, but yesterday the forecast called for showers this morning, and good morning. Look at that view. Morning. Good morning, Dizzin with the Donahues. Wish you were here. It's stunning today. It is a beautiful day. All right. And I thought I'd come over in this direction because this is one of the quiet pools. Saratoga Springs Resort is a very large resort. It has 2 feature pools, and then this quiet pool. There's a space in the grandstand area, which is one of the standard locations that has a pool as well. So there are lots of places, even if you aren't in one of the main areas or near one of the feature pools. And the pools, I believe, are still closed this morning. It's pretty early. I figured we'd take a look over here and see what we see. Oh no, they're open. Go on through. So, just a really nice place to relax. I hope to be spending some time out here today, or maybe tomorrow. There's a hot tub in this area, which is what I thought I would be using because originally the temps were supposed to be pretty chilly, but I think we're gonna have some warm days. We've got the hot tub right over here. And then I'm just gonna walk through the other gate. Looks like there's still here. This entire resort. So I'm gonna take a look around while I'm here, but it sounds like, or we know, that all of the preferred rooms have been fully renovated. Looks like they're still doing some exterior work on some of the buildings here. As I understand it, the Paddock section, which is one of the standard sections, is complete. And then we have the Grandstand and the Carousel sections yet to be renovated. Here's one of the Disney bus stops. Saratoga, being such a large resort, has 5 bus stops for each of the sections. So the buses, if you ever stay here, the buses start in the Grandstand section. They go around to the Carousel, the Paddock, here at Congress Park, and then they finish up at the Springs and then head to the parks. I'll tell you what, I wish I could spend every Friday morning just like this, taking a nice leisurely walk around in beautiful 70-degree weather. So we are exiting the Congress Park section. The one that we're looking at right over here is the Paddock that sort of swings around to my left. And we're actually going to go take a hard left and walk over to the Springs area, which is where we have the main building, the community hall, the food check-in, and see what we see. I just love all the waterways and the birds having fun. This resort really feels like a home away from home. We've got studio villas, 1 bedrooms, 2 bedrooms, 3-bedroom grand villas, and then in a separate section, the treehouse villas are also considered to be part of Saratoga Springs Resort. And you'll see a bunch of vans over here. Saratoga Springs also houses the largest area of showrooms for the Disney Vacation Club. Disney Vacation Club villas, they'd bring them on over here to take a look at some of the showrooms. Right now, because the resorts are not at the same level of capacity, most of the Disney Vacation Club resorts are actually showing actual rooms in the resorts, and so you can visit the different resorts and take a look. For those of you who are unfamiliar, Disney Vacation Club is the timeshare arm of Disney World, and so the villas are able to be booked both as cash reservations as well as with Disney Vacation Club timeshare points. Here we go. Here. So the boats here at Saratoga Springs aren't running yet. Normally they have boats that run between Saratoga and Disney Springs. And from what I understand, they're not running the boats because of the way that they are, the way that they have security and temp checks set up for Disney Springs. And the spaces with the boats wouldn't allow for social distance. So unfortunately, the boats aren't running, but the nice thing is there's a nice walking bridge right from over where we were, over in Congress Park. There's a nice bridge that you can walk right on over to Disney Springs. And then it loops you around. You're able to go through temp checks and security on that end, and then walk right on in. No need to even wait for a boat. And here we've got Community Hall. Not sure if I can see, and they don't open until 10 a.m. They've got usually in here activities and different fun, small projects you can do for a fee. Coloring, Surrey bike rentals, all that fun stuff. And this place is big enough for a Surrey bike rental. So I don't know if you've never done that before. That's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. If you've got a whole big family and a Surrey bike and everyone's trying to trying to pedal. Here is the Springs bus stop. Lots of folks heading to the parks this morning. We are heading to Epcot today, and Epcot isn't opening until 11. And so we'll get there a little bit later. Not sure exactly when we'll get there. It's open until 9. So we'll see, but I'm so excited to see the Festival of the Arts this year. Hoping the weather holds up, because part of the fun part for me at the Festival of the Arts is they have the chalk drawings and they cover those up when it's raining so they don't get destroyed. So hopefully we'll have a nice clear day like this. And we are just walking past the feature pool area, so I'll try to get some video of this too. Then looks like the hours are 10 to 10, so I'll get some pictures later on. This gives you an idea of what to expect from the pool. It's a beautiful pool, 0 entry, fun water slide. And again, this is the main feature pool at Saratoga Springs. And then there's another feature pool, which is actually directly behind us right now as we're walking toward the main building. So Saratoga Springs actually has 2 pools with pool slides. I love it here. All right, and we are going to go into the carriage house, which is the check-in. Now we used online check-in, and we have magic bands, so we went straight to our room. We didn't have to go to the front desk at all. But I just love coming over this way. Here's our beloved Magical Express. Magical Express is running through the end of 2021, and then we've been told that it will cease operations, sadly. So we'll see what we've got next. All right, now we're in the carriage house. I just love the fun art in this place. And here we've got the important Disney horses. Bullseye. Artist's Palette is the quick service restaurant here, and it's also the shop. They have a smaller resort shop than most resorts, but I still always seem to be able to find something to purchase here. Oh, shopping, enter. Looks like they've got got some goodies for Valentine's Day. Super cute. Ah, it's a 2021 year. Like a purchase with purchase order going on right now, or a special going on right now. So if you spend $40, the 2021 tote is an additional $24.99. So the only way you can purchase it is if you spend $40 already. All right, and here we've got the quick service. And I just love the lights in here. Of course, resort refillable mugs. Got a cast member over there who is actually doing the refilling for everyone. We've got Grogu ears. Ooh, cute little Star Wars tumbler. Super cute. $34.99. My pillows. Yep, I'm doing some shopping. Just not right now, but when I come back. I also love these bowls. We've got some bigger bowls at home, but those might be coming home with me too. Oh my goodness. Oh, never enough. All right. We've got some Saratoga Springs specific items. I like this. That's a cute shirt. Very fun. All right. I'm going to head on over this way, actually. There's some nice seating right outdoors here. So I'm gonna head out back.
Somehow, the reservation became online.
Here, instructions on how mobile ordering works. Artist Palette is one of the restaurants that has mobile ordering. I created a video on mobile ordering, and so I will link that down below after the live stream is over, so that if you have any questions about how mobile ordering works. Good morning.
Oh, I love your shirt.
It's so beautiful here. Oh. Back here is just a nice lounge area. This is where the Turf Club is located. The Turf Club is a sit-down restaurant that, to my understanding, will sit-down meals, though they do have takeout in the evenings. But we're gonna head out back here because I wanted to show you where the boats normally run back and forth from Disney Springs too. And here's another lovely view of some of the outdoor seating back here. I know, Kelly, I need more of those bowls. We have the bigger ones. I didn't see the bigger ones here, but they have the small ones. So I'm finding that I use the small ones all of the time. Good morning.
How are you guys?
Good. Oh, it's so beautiful. So this is normally where we would find the boat that heads out to Disney Springs. One other important information about Saratoga Springs is that we are right here. I'm located on Saratoga Springs property is Disney Lake Buena Vista Golf Course. And it is an 18-hole course. And so if you are wanting to golf at Disney World, you can schedule a tee time. Come on over. There are actually 4 golf courses at Disney World. This is one of them. Again, this is one of the 18-hole courses. But it has hosted PGA, LPGA tours, so it is a very highly regarded course. And so we walked right past them, but here are where you would get your carts. And carts are included with the cost of golf. And the costs vary, throughout the year, different times of day. But I believe right now club rental is about $45 per adult. And I did learn recently that junior club rental is actually free. And then here is, let's see if we can see it without too much sunshine. Here's a map of Saratoga Springs to give you an idea of what are in the center section, where it says right here, if I can kind of show my finger, you are here.
Where are you guys trying to get to? Disney Springs?
Oh no, we're good. We're just walking around.
Okay,
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Over here trying to figure out how to get over there.
Oh no. But then over here, so you can see the resort. So we're staying in Congress Park, which is in this lower red section over here. The Springs is a purple section. You've got the Paddock that comes around in the green. The Carousel is just a couple of buildings in that yellow. The Grandstand section is a blue. And then over to the side, a bit further, are the treehouse villas. So just to give you an idea of what you're looking at. There's some goodies here, Chippendale Cafe, that a lot of people who come here don't even realize is here. Actually, we can take a look at the menu. Come over this far if they're not golfing. So we've got coffee, water, some small treats, of course, some beer and other alcoholic beverages as well. Then here's the list of breakfast and lunch items available. All right, so let's see here. I'm going to continue to follow this path around. Lots of carts. All right, walking away from the golf course to get out of the way of any of our golfers. Got one of the holes right here. And then these are Bell Services golf carts. If you arrive at Saratoga Springs and you need assistance getting to your room, which many folks do, it's a large place, then they'll actually bring you on over in a golf cart. Let's see here. So if you are interested in golfing here, probably the closest section to Lake Buena Vista Golf Course is the Grandstand. Some of the Grandstand rooms look right on over at the course here. So here's golf. And then here's the Grandstand section. I'm gonna walk on over and see what we can see from the water play area here at the Grandstand. Looks like this building right here is actually undergoing refurbishment right now. So definitely refurbing the Grandstand section. That's exciting. We've stayed at Saratoga Springs several times. I really love this resort. But the rooms, you know, had gotten pretty dated. The sofa beds that were here before really weren't all that comfortable. And so now the beds are pull-down Murphy beds over the sofas, much like those at the Riviera. And so they're great. And I am in the process of putting together a room tour. And when that is done, I will link that in the comments as well. So if you're interested to see, we are in a studio villa. If you're interested to see a studio villa, you'll see that in the comments. And here is the Grandstand Pool. Now, as I understand it, the food over here is not currently open. When it is, they have a refill station, but this refill station hasn't been open, I don't believe, since the resorts and parks reopened last summer. Here's the pool. And actually, it looks like they have got a few buildings under construction over here. Because there's another building right in front of us that they're renovating right now. So it could be almost the entire section. It sure looks like it must be. But they're doing the whole Grandstand section at once. But here's a fun water play area. Just adorable. So I think I'm just gonna go back the way we came because there's so many people working that it looks like all the rooms are undergoing refurbishment in the whole section at once. That is exciting. And again, no shortage of hot tubs at Saratoga Springs. I'm ready to jump in right now. It's interesting, there's a laundry room right here. Let's see what happens if we go. I wonder if we can go out this way. Some rest. Got our towels right over here. So when you are looking at villas at Disney World, the 1 bedroom, 2 bedroom, 3 bedroom grand villas all have washer dryer units in them. The studios do not. And so they still have laundry facilities at these resorts as well for those folks who are staying at in the studios. I should mention that Saratoga Springs is typically one of the best priced villa resorts. It is, I think, one of the largest, if not the largest, in square footage of where the rooms are. So there are lots of big meandering paths, but if this is your style, it's totally worth looking into. Sometimes it takes a little longer to get over to the parks. We are on the far east end of Disney World property, which is where Disney Springs is located. Magic Kingdom's to the north. Epcot and Hollywood Studios are to the west of here, and then Animal Kingdom is far west of here. But it's not too far, of a drive. If you've ever been over to Disney Springs from any of the resorts, it just doesn't take too long to get there. And then, of course, we're right by Disney Springs. So if you're coming for, an adults-only trip, and part of your plan is to just spend a lot of time relaxing, shopping, this is the place to be. Oh, I love hearing the birds. And again, this is where we saw the Magical Express pull up to, just the other side of the building. On all these carts ready to bring folks to their rooms. Now, I do have to admit, it is pretty easy to get lost around this place because the paths do meander around. There is not a straight line between any of the spaces. It makes it great for running. So if you are training or just want to get out in the morning for a nice long run, Saratoga Springs is an awesome option. Good morning.
Hello, how are you?
Good, very good. All righty. Let's see where I can get around here. As my walking path ends, there's things I might have to go back around here. Oh, I can walk on the road. Yep, they definitely wanted me to go through the main building area, it looks like, but we'll walk in the road for a minute. Lots of buses right now, and of course it's because it's in the morning, and so everyone's headed to the parks. It's really nice to see so many buses pulling up at the same time. When we stayed here in the past during very busy times, and you know, when we were wanting to get to the parks first thing in the morning, one thing that we found is that the Springs section, being the last stop, sometimes it's the hardest to get on. And so whereas you're in a preferred room, you're very close to the main building, the feature pool, the food. It's not always the most ideal location for the busing. So there is a footbridge that I believe that they're working on right now over here. Let's see if we can get a view of it. I'm actually going to cross. That goes over to the Paddock. The Paddock is the third stop. And so we'd walk over from the Springs to the Paddock, get on there, and then ride the bus around property. So let's see what we see. So we are in the spring section right now. Directly behind us is the main food area, the check-in building. And we're headed on over to look at the Paddock section. And it looks like the footbridge is all walled off. But I thought you'd want to get an idea of where they are with things. We've stayed under one of the fun archways. Here. Oh my goodness. They're doing quite a bit. Lots of work. Can give you a glimpse. Lots of people working on it. It's a beautiful walk between the Springs and the Paddock when this is all open. Wow. Oh, it smells like new wood. It looks like they're replacing piece by piece. And then there we've got the Paddock Pool. Right now they are working on the pool slide as well. Take a walk around. And it's not too long of a walk around either, but that bridge is just so nice. Typically when we stay here, I will stay in a standard section and request the Paddock close to the Paddock Pool because we absolutely love being in that area. I think it's perfect. Because you're next to one of the pools, you can take the footbridge right on over to. It's gorgeous. And of course, staying in a standard versus a preferred saves you some money. And let's face it, when it saves me money in one place, I'm just spending it in another. So that just means more souvenirs. Before I come on out, every time I start watching the local weather. This is with anywhere that I go. I'll find the local weather or local news stations and watch the weather. And I was so afraid it would be a washout every day. It looked like they were supposed to be 60 to 70% thunderstorms most of this time. And again, this morning originally they said that we would start out with some rain, but nope. These trees are just so perfect. Good morning.
Morning.
So it doesn't matter how many times we come here. Once we're here, as soon as we get here, I can't sit still. We got in late last night. Probably went to sleep shortly after 1 o'clock in the morning, somewhere around 5:30. My body was like, time to get up, and I made myself go back to sleep. But then we had some alarms going off at 7:30. I figured it was time to get moving. So I'll get all of my steps in early this morning. We will go to Epcot and walk all day, and then be totally exhausted for tomorrow and do it all over again tomorrow. And then somewhere in the middle of the trip is when I actually learn how to slow down and relax. But I just can't. All right. Ooh, and we can see looks like the aerofoil balloon is up right now in Disney Springs. So even over here, it looks like it's right there. And it really is. Disney Springs is right here. So we are going to walk on over to the Paddock Pool, and then I think I'm going to walk back, end the stream, get my wallet, and do some shopping before going to Epcot. I found the pillow and throw blanket that I've been wanting to buy for a while and had to find an excuse for. Now that I know what I want to do with it and where it works, it's time to shop. Can you imagine once that's done, just what the view is standing right here? It is so peaceful. I love our trips when we get here and we go to the parks and we are there from open to close every day, go home exhausted. But the more we come, the more I allow myself to relax. And this is just one of those places where relaxing is really easy. There are, I haven't been pointing them out, but some benches in different spaces where you can just be away from things, be away from noise. Just take a deep breath. I know a lot of folks are working remotely these days. This would be a really nice resort to work remotely, or at least work remotely, you know, in the afternoon. Start your morning with a nice early tea time, play some golf, go back to your villa, get a little work in. At least if you're from a colder climate like I am. It's a real reprieve from winter. And so as it's actually open, it's just the slide that they are completely refurbing right now. Hey, look at this. I think the refill station is open over here. All right. So the Paddock Pool is currently closed at this time. It opens, open from 10 to 10, just like the other feature pool. But the Paddock Grill over there has some food, sandwiches, Mickey bars. I learned that if you give your kids resort charging privileges, it's Mickey bars all the time at the pool. And then there is a refill station, a mug refill station open over there, which is just fabulous. And then we've got a hot tub over here. And then the Paddock bus station is right behind us. So again, another pool, another hot tub. And the one section that we walked past or didn't quite go into was the carousel. The carousel is between the grandstand and here, and there isn't a pool over there. Look at that crane, just hanging out. I believe it's only 2 buildings, so it's one of the smaller sections. Look at him, just having a good time. He's walking slower than I am. And then right across the way over here is Reedy Creek Fire Department. So you can get a little glimpse of that from here. And in true Disney form, it is very highly themed as well. You can kind of see a little bit of what that looks like from here. Here we are again at the Paddock. We're actually at the Paddock bus stop. Again, here's the pool area. There's another laundry room over here. A little bit of a better view of the pool. Again, 0 entry. All right, turn around. Lots of distancing markers so folks know where to stand when waiting for the buses. And there's another fun little splash area over here for younger kiddos. Good morning. Do you know when the pool slide is supposed to be done, or the ETA?
No, well, I'm working on the bridge.
Oh, when's the bridge supposed to be done?
Maybe in a couple of weeks.
All right, awesome. It's just such a nice bridge to have.
Yeah.
That it'll be gorgeous once it's done. So a couple weeks on the bridge. Here again is another fun little splash area for kiddos. we are continuing our walk around back to Congress Park. But as you can see, the bridge really does save you some time from walking around that path. So it sounds like a couple of weeks, probably by the beginning of March, the bridge will be back open again. So as you may have noticed as well, this is a great resort for folks who are driving because they're the buildings not far from any of the rooms. And so at any time, you're going to be able to park very close to your room. Also, most of the deluxe resorts, all the deluxe resorts except for Saratoga Springs and Old Key West, have indoor hallways. Here in these buildings, they're more open air hallways, so they're still hallways, but they're not closed off. And so, in a time when, with social distancing and just sometimes wanting the fresh air right as you step out of your door, you get that here. So I'll show you what that looks like as we are heading back to our room. At this point, I will not show you our room. My youngest daughter is lounging. And so again, I took some video of that room last night when we got in. I'll be putting together a video this week, and then I'm going to go ahead and link that in the comments once that is finally done and live. So you get an idea of what a studio villa looks like. And if you are just watching for the first time, or if you haven't already, please subscribe and hit the bell icon so that you are notified every time we go live or post a new video. We've got a lot going on. So I'll be going live at different times when I'm here. It's tough to plan those ahead of time, again, because of the weather. Anything could happen. I don't want to stream in the rain and destroy my phone or my gimbal, but we'll definitely be going live from the parks over the next few days. But then we post new content every Friday and also now every Wednesday in our new Window to the World series. Just short snippet videos where you can sit, relax, see the sights, listen to the sounds. Videos if you just need a few minutes to take a deep breath, escape the world a little bit. Take a look at those videos. And of course, if you could hit the like button, that would be awesome. And again, lots of folks working around property because they are refurbishing all of the rooms. All the buildings are getting fresh coats of paint. So I don't want to be in the way. I'm walking a little bit faster here. Again, lots of runners. would say if you're staying at this resort, it's probably a good idea to spend some time looking at the map ahead of time. I always feel like when I'm in a new place, especially a larger place, it always feels bigger if I don't know where I'm going. And once I know where I'm going, I'm not worried about how I'm going to get there, and time moves a little bit faster. So this is one of those places where I think it's really wise to know where things are. Good morning. Love these new rooms.
Great.
They're incredible.
Good. Enjoy.
Thank you. All right. And there is the Congress Park bus stop. Which direction do I want to go? I will go this way. And cross on over. I don't know about you, but I can't help to just deep sigh sometimes. In the middle of winter, when I'm here and able to just get out, put on a pair of sandals and a t-shirt. We've got the Magic Kingdom bus going on into Congress Park. Good morning. All right, I'm heading on back. So I'm going to end this in just a few minutes, but before I do that, I'll show you the hallways in this space just so you have an idea of what the actual room entrances look like. Here, but the doors all have an exterior entrance. So, if you're in a 1-bedroom, 2-bedroom villa, it's very much like an apartment, a condominium. It's like we've got some deliveries. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you doing today?
Good. How are you?
All right, thanks. Enjoy your day.
Thank you. I will. Right on through those trees. Not sure if you can see it, but I see the House of Blues. M&M store. Looks like M&M store is right next to Haleo. Sorry. I have a long history with M&M stores and loving M&Ms. All right. On the buildings, it says the section that you're in. In case you get lost and you're walking around, look at the front of each building. It'll tell you what section you're in. All right, why don't we go into this main little entryway here. Thanks for hanging out with me this morning. Again, if you haven't already, please be sure to subscribe to Wizarding Wands and Mickey Ears. Oh, I should mention all buildings have elevators here. But subscribe to Wizarding Wands and Mickey Ears. Hit the bell icon so that you can be notified anytime we go live. And then please, as you're watching the videos, do please like them so that other folks are able to see our videos more readily. Got ice and vending. in the room entries. So we've got hallways. There's an exit over here. So I'm gonna take one more quick look at Disney Springs and then head back to start our day, prepare for the parks, prepare for Epcot. Beautiful little gazebo right over here. Sorry, bike traffic. And Disney Springs. I continue down this path. Right at the end of the pathway, at that bridge, is where you head on over to Disney Springs. We're very, very close. Just a few minutes. Well, again, thanks so much for joining me this morning. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions about Saratoga Springs or anything else, Disney World or Universal related, please reach out. And until next time, enjoy the journey.